Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! I'm YouTube famous now, available 2018. The album, Dad. Yeah. Rock on, gold dust, woman. Every time I sing that song, people either ask me to sing it again, or they say, don't ever sing that song ever again. Sorry, Stevie. Anyway, okay, let's get right into this video. So, today, we are going to have a little discussion, so grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your water, grab your glass of wine, your Merlot, whatever, and we're going to sit down and we're going to have a little chat here, see? Okay, so we're going to talk about today this whole idea of drama channels being on the payroll, okay? And actually, this is going to be a serious conversation. This isn't going to be some bullshit. I put in a video a couple days ago. I joked and threw some envelopes and said, oh, this check is from Jeffree Star and this check is from James Charles and all this kind of stuff, right? But this is going to be a serious conversation because I feel like what I've seen on YouTube and on Twitter and things like that, that this conversation continues to just kind of get bigger and bigger and bigger, right? And it's interesting. This whole drama community is so strange to me. Like, you know, people say, like last year people were like, oh, drama channels are dying, they're not going anywhere and all this kind of stuff. And what's interesting to me about that is that when I started doing drama in 2016, there really were only at that time maybe, you know, 2 to 5 people that were doing drama consistently. And, you know, it was like Sanders Kennedy, Karina Kaboom, and that was really it. There was Stepanka. There weren't really a lot of other people that were doing it and getting a lot of views. And now there are 10, 20, you know, 30 channels out there. And so the drama channel community just continues to grow and grow and grow, right? And I think people have a lot of interest now just in the drama community, not as, you know, the drama about beauty influencers or the drama about this or whatever. But I think people are very interested in the workings of behind the scenes and how things happen and, you know, what goes on. And thus, it has come out, you know, this whole idea of our drama channels on the payroll of beauty influencers. And this whole kind of thing, you know, I mean, it's been like a rumor, like, it's been going on like for 1.5 years, 2 years. Like, since I've been around, like, people have said it, right? Like, oh, this or oh, that. But really, I would say in the last 3 months, it's gotten some, I would say, serious merit. And so I watched this video last night by Sharita Explains It All. Sharita, I reached out to her today. I said, do you care if I mention your video and talk about it in here? And she said no, but thanks for asking. So I will link her video below. Go check it out. The video is called The Hypocrisy Within Drama Channels. And, you know, whenever I watch a video, I really try to watch it with a critical eye, being objective, as well as checking why somebody might, I check their motives on why they would make this video. So, you know, it was interesting because what she's really talking about in there is bias, and I'm going to get into that in a second. And, you know, the thing is that every channel out there, okay, every YouTuber, every fan, every subscriber, whatever, has bias, positively or negatively towards somebody. And I watched Sharita, I watched 3 videos that she's kind of discussing in there about this topic, and it's obvious that she has her own personal bias. There are things that, there are drama channels that she likes and drama channels that she has issues with and things like that. That being said, I think that she makes some very, very good points. And before I go into this, I know I have personal bias towards a lot of people, okay? Beauty influencers we're going to talk about today. And that's really what this discussion is going to be about. But the last part of, or the first part of her video when she goes into it, is this whole idea that she did this video and she was talking about, and I'm not going to get into specifics of drama channels, and I'm not going to name names, anything like that. I just don't think it matters, but, you know, so there's no speculation. I'm not like saying something about somebody and not saying there's none of that. Okay, it's just not that deep. I'm talking about it overall, right? And my experience with this and what we should do going forward. Because I do think it affects the credibility of the drama channel. I really do. And the information that they're putting out there. So, and I think it's a discussion that drama channels should be having, and I have had that conversation with certain drama channels. So anyway, so she's talking about how she had made this video, and it was something, I should just pull it up and tell you what it was called. It was called Drama Channels on List of Employees on Jeffree Star's Payroll. And apparently she got a lot of criticism for this. And so then she came in here and she made this video and she said, you know, it was a metaphor. I wasn't saying that people are literally paid by Jeffree Star. I was saying that there are drama channels out there that are basically on his payroll because they won't make negative videos about Jeffree Star, right? So this was the part that was interesting to me about all this. And it got me thinking, not about Jeffree Star and his interactions with people, but it does kind of like, that is a big part of it. But just overall, like drama channels and their interactions with beauty influencers and how it affects the material that's going out there. So really what I was thinking about were these kind of ideas of drama channels on the payroll of beauty influencers, figuratively and literally, right? Because I don't know for you guys out there that are watching it, but since this conversation has occurred, I've thought to myself, honestly, like, are there some drama channels out there that are getting paid, like literally getting paid? But it really has made me kind of think through the whole thing. I will say this, okay? In the literal, I have never received any financial gain from being friends with said YouTuber. None whatsoever. I've never received a cash bonus. I've never received a check. I've never received this, blah, 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 whatever, okay? That being said, have I received statements from YouTubers before that I put up in a video and the video does well and I make money off of that? Absolutely, okay? So indirectly, have I benefited from that? Absolutely. And I think that what's interesting is there are a lot of YouTubers out there that show who their friendships are with beauty influencers, and there's a lot that don't. And I think everybody at this point knows, you know, the people out there, who they're friends with, who they've interact with, who they like, who they don't like, and all that kind of thing. And the thing is, okay, is we can criticize that all we want, but that's completely normal, right? Like, all of us that watch YouTube are going to have some kind of personal bias against who we like and who we don't like. But then I think it comes into question of how does it affect the content that we're putting out there. And as drama channels, because it's a discussion that I have had with, you know, other people, like, what do you do with that, okay? And I know you guys are probably like, well, Peter, why do you think that you're the person to make this video? I don't necessarily think I'm the person to make this video. I think there's a lot of us that can make this video and have this discussion. You know, I know for me that I have not received any financial money, okay, from people. I know two other YouTubers, drama channels out there that I've talked to that I've had that specific conversation with, and neither have they, or at least that's what they told me. But I don't think that when we had those conversations, they had anything to gain by not telling me the truth. So I really believe wholeheartedly that they weren't getting paid, okay? So then the real conversation is, but I will say this, like, you know, for example, I'm going to use some things that were sent to me, and that is that recently Toddy sent me the Kiwi Seed Booster. I am now on my second month. I'm almost done with my second month. And she also sent me as a gift, she said it was not PR, the Halo Beauty, which I took. Now, what's interesting about that is that I saw that she sent these out to several drama channels, okay? And I think it's smart, actually, because she knew people were going to be talking about this, so she sent it out for them to try firsthand. And what she was basically saying was, I stand behind my product. You go try it. Well, when I talked about the results that I received from Halo, and I don't think it's any mystery that I love Toddy. I've spoken to Toddy many times in DMs and things like that. I love her content, but I had no problem getting on video and saying that I didn't feel like the Halo pills did anything for me whatsoever. Like, I don't feel like they changed one bit. Maybe my nails, that was what I said. Now, my husband, he really enjoyed them, but like, I didn't get anything off of that different. And I can tell you, it's a similar story with the Halo Kiwi Seed Boosters. Like, I'm not noticing a whole lot different with it. So just because I love Toddy and I like her content and I enjoy her as a person, and I've talked to her, doesn't sway my ability to be honest about one of her products, if that makes sense. Okay, so then it goes in and, what was I going to say? Oh, you might be asking yourself, at 9 minutes and 25 seconds, Peter, why do you think that you're the person to make this video? I think a lot of drama channels should be having this conversation. But, you know, I've been around since September of 2016. I've been doing this for almost 2.5 years. And I've talked to a lot of beauty influencers, and I've talked to a lot of drama channels. And I'm not saying that I've talked to a lot of beauty influencers be like, you know, oh, look at me, I'm so wonderful. It's just the reality of what happens when you do drama and people are watching your videos on a regular basis. I'm not the only one, okay? There's a lot of drama channels out there that talk to beauty influencers on a regular basis. There's a lot of drama channels out there that have friendly relationships with beauty influencers. And what's interesting to me about this is that, you know, about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I said, and I was talking about like the old, you know, gossip columnists of the 40s, like Luella Parsons and things like that, that they were invited to all the parties and they were friends with all the movie stars, right? But they were also the ones that are writing the press. And that these movie stars, they wanted to be in the gossip columns, because if they were in the gossip columns, what that meant was that they were going to get more attention. They were going to get, you know, people wanting to see their movies. And I said it would be smart of these beauty influencers to start being friendly with the drama channels, to interact with them, right? So that happens, and then everybody gets criticized for it. Well, this is why everybody gets criticized for it, okay? Because it's this difficult dichotomy that occurs. Now, I would say that the majority of the beauty influencers that I have talked to, with the exception of a couple, the conversations between us started in my reaching out to them to ask for a statement for a video, okay? And then from there, I've just, you know, spoken from time to time or whatever. It's nothing deep. I don't have any deep friendships with any of these people. In fact, I'm pretty sure from the drama channels that I've talked to, they don't have like they might have gone out to dinner or had phone conversations like the rest of us with people, but it's not like they have any deep relationship with these people, okay? So, you know, it's difficult because if you're, if you're somebody that wants to start a YouTube channel, okay, and you start a YouTube channel and you have people that you watch and you have people that you like, right? There are beauty influencers out there that you enjoy watching, and you start watching them, and then you make videos, and then your videos start doing well over time, and you start getting attention from these beauty influencers, and then somehow you start talking and you become friendly, right? Okay, so you were a fan, but now you're a channel, and this is not all the drama channels. This is just this is my experience. What do you do in that situation, right? Like, it's like, I mean, let's just be for real. You're kind of fucked, aren't you? Because it's like, okay, well, I'm friendly with this person, and they've been nice enough to help me out in certain situations, and so now I'm supposed to drag them through the dirt? Like, that's hard, right? Like, take it off of YouTube, because for people that are drama channels, it's not just about the drama, it's about, you know, being a real person talking to another real person, because that's how it is off camera, if that makes sense. So you got somebody now that you're friendly with, and it's like, well, and this isn't just about anything new. This isn't just about Jeffree Star. This is about all the beauty influencers, you know? What do you do in that situation when, you know, like, everybody wants you to, like, drag them? Because we very much, in the drama community these days, people would rather see somebody dragged than somebody, you know, talked about in a positive light. That's just the reality. It is, okay? And, you know, so it's interesting when you watch all this, because, you know, as a drama channel, it's kind of like, and I've had this conversation with friends of mine before, you know, several of my friends, you know, past and present. It's like, okay, well, you should probably make this video, or I should probably make this video, but how do you do that with the interactions we've had? And you know what I mean? And so it is difficult. It is difficult to do that. And I think that it sets up this weird dichotomy. And speaking about Jeffree Star, you know, like, I base my opinion on somebody on what I see with them. I have never had any negative interactions with Jeffree Star since I talked to him for the first time, okay? But I haven't received anything personal from him. It's nothing like that, okay? But here's the situation, that it is no blind fact, okay, to any of the drama channels, I think, that, you know, Jeffree has started becoming friendly with the drama channels. I think that this is a lot of the criticism that people are seeing. It's like, okay, well, now Jeffree is friendly with a lot of these drama channels, or other drama channels are seeing that he's been friendly with other drama channels. So, you know, then if they're going to talk negatively about him, then he won't be friendly with them, kind of thing. It sets up this weird kind of deal, right? This networking kind of situation. So the question is it smart? Is it stupid? What is it, right? But the thing is that no matter who you're watching, no matter what drama channel you're watching, and, you know, like, you got to remember that everybody's friendly, or everybody's got a personal bias towards, I got lots of personal biases towards people, okay? I don't think it's any surprise who I like and who I don't like. I think that makes you know, if I need to start getting on video and saying to everybody, well, I have a personal bias because I like this person, or I've talked to them, or whatever, okay, you know, I I don't know that I think that's needed, but if that's what we need to start doing as drama channels, maybe that's the discussion that we need to have. You know, maybe we need to start disclosing personal bias towards somebody, or being really honest about it and saying, I really don't like this person, or I really do like this person, right? But I think it is a tough situation for drama channels. It's like, okay, well, I have a somewhat personal relationship with this person. What am I supposed to do? Not like make this horrible scathing video about them? Or should I not talk about them at all? Or, you know, like if I talk about them negatively, then I'm gonna have to deal with them personally. So it's this weird kind of setup. And I think beauty influencers are very, very aware of that. So, you know, I think that it's interesting when you look at that. And I think it's like, well, what do you do in that situation, you know? It's like, how honest are you in your video, or are you trying to play a close line so you don't offend that person, but you also talk about the drama? And it's definitely something that I've been thinking a lot about recently, you know, and my dog started barking. Drama. Anyway, so one of the things I've been thinking about recently, though, is this idea of, are drama channels literally paid by beauty influencers? Now, I can only speak for myself, and I've never been paid by a beauty influencer, and I don't really believe that many or any ever have, right? Because this is the thing that you have to think about, is that if you, like, let's take Jeffree Star, for example. Jeffree Star has 10 million subscribers, okay? So you got a channel over here that's got 10 million subscribers. At the same time, you're getting drama channels that have anywhere from like, they're getting like 20,000 views on a Jeffree Star video, all the way to like, let's say 500,000 views on a Jeffree Star video. Positively, negatively, in between, whatever, right? What would be Jeffree Star's gain by paying somebody what set amount of money? Because I can tell you right now, it would take a lot of money for me to make a certain video that I was being paid off to make, to be coerced a certain way or another, to say something that I didn't know that I necessarily believed. So what would be that amount? Would it be $20? Would it be $500? Would it be $1,000? Would it be $5,000? Where would the non-disclosure contract come into play? How would that be? What would that be going forward? What would you say about this? I mean, there's a lot that goes into all of that behind there, right? So it's really interesting when you think about that from that point of view. Like, are drama channels really getting paid? Because I think a lot of people really are kind of wondering now, is that happening? And if it is, I'm not aware of it. I really am not. But, you know, it's like, what does Jeffree Star have to gain from that? Well, you know, the friendships, things like that, if people are not talking negatively about him, the thing is that, you know, like, maybe, you know, people will be talking positively about his products, but people have always talked positively about his products, you know what I mean? And I think that it's kind of a lot about how things go, and I think a lot of people think that, like with Jeffree Star, because of the Shane Dawson interview recently, that people are like talking about him positively because of that. But if you go back and you watch drama videos from the first 6 months of the year, people were talking positively about Jeffree Star then. Jeffree Star was reaching out to drama channels. Jeffree Star was talking to drama channels, okay? Was it stupid? I don't know. Have I received personal statements from Jeffree Star for videos? Absolutely. And then I think it, you know, it makes you ask the question as a drama channel, how do I make a video that is fair, that is honest, that is also, you know, has the content that the viewer wants to see, like statements from people, those kinds of things, without pissing that person off? Because, like, let's, for example, okay? Let's say if I reach out to Jeffree Star, and Jeffree Star, I say, can I have a statement from you? And he's like, yeah, sure, this is what I think, right? So I use a statement in a video, and then I say, and he did this, and he did that, and whatever. You think Jeffree Star's ever going to give me a statement again? Fuck no. He's not ever going to give me a statement again, because he's going to say, screw this guy, you know, listen, I gave him a statement, and he screwed me over, and blah, 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 whatever. We've seen this happen, okay? So the reality is, you want to keep those relationships kind of, you know, copacetic. But then what happens is there's a lot of questions about, you know, who these people are as people, and should we, you know, and so it goes on and on and on. And it's like this whole mess, you know? So I understand both sides of it. I really do. I think Sharita brought up an interesting conversation, you know, about this whole idea of drama channels being on the payroll. And figuratively, as a metaphor, okay, not literally. But when you talk about it, you know, it's interesting when you start talking about, like, the FTC guidelines for sponsorship. This is what I was thinking about today. It's like, if there is somebody out there that is getting paid to make a video, let's just say that's happening, okay? or talk positively about it. So like if I am talking positively consistently about somebody in a video, or I am talking negatively about somebody consistently in a video, and I am financially gaining off of that, at the same time that's being spurned by whoever I'm talking to in the background that my audience is not aware of. It comes into FTC guidelines to some degree, okay? So this is straight from the Federal Trade Commission.gov. Suppose you meet someone who tells you about a great new product. She tells you it performs wonderfully and offers fantastic new features that nobody else has. Would that recommendation factor into your decision to buy the product? Probably. Now suppose the person works for the company that sells the product or has been paid by the company to tout the product. Would you want to know that when you're evaluating the endorser's glowing recommendation? You bet. The common sense premise is at the heart of the Federal Trade Commission's FTC endorsement guides. The guides at their core reflect the basic truth in advertising principle that endorsements must be honest and not misleading. An endorsement must reflect the honest opinion of the endorser and can't be used to make a claim that the product's marketer couldn't legally make. So when you're talking about this, what you have to think about, okay, is that this is not a product, but these people basically are products to some degree, okay? These are YouTube channels that are making a lot of money. They're making us as drama channels a lot of money. They're getting us a lot of views. A lot of people, maybe not me these days, but they're getting a lot of people a lot of views. And, the reality is you have to take a look at that, okay? And what's going on in the background. But when you are friends with somebody, okay, whoever you are, and you're having conversations with them, it's hard. Like, it's hard to then get on camera and want to make a really negative video about them. So what do you do? And I think it's an interesting conversation that as drama channels that we should be having. I really do. That where do we, draw the boundaries with all of this? And, I would like going forward to see drama channels be friendly and interact with beauty influencers. I would like, the statements to be able to be in more videos and that kind of thing. That it would be easier for somebody to just reach out to them and say, what do you have to say about this? But the reality is we're not journalists, we're not researchers, we're not, People Magazine. If we reach out to them for a statement and they don't like us, it's not like we're going to get a statement from them. So it's kind of pointless at that point to really find out the truth. And a lot of us know that, right? So it's like sometimes developing those relationships is better for us. But at the same time, it also makes it look like we have this personal bias. Which we do. We all do. And that's the reality, is that we have to own the fact that as drama channels, as YouTubers, as people in life, we all have personal bias against what we watch, what we like, who we don't like, and things like that. But I think that when it starts affecting the content that we're making for the people that are the videos, because I'm a dude with a camera, but when it starts affecting all of that, I think that we need to start, being honest with ourselves and going, is this really affecting me too much? There have been times that it has, with me and Trisha Paytas. I think everybody knows I love Trisha Paytas, right? So, there have been times I've been sitting there and I'm like, and it's like, okay, that's hard. It's hard to make that video. I have even reached out to drama channel or to beauty influencers before. I think Sharita said something in one of her videos about, do you have to get approval from beauty influencers or something like that? I've never asked for nobody's approval, but I have let people know ahead of time that I'm making this video and I'm posting it just to make you aware, things like that. I've done that on numerous occasions, right? Just because I think that's fair. It'd be nice if people did the same thing to me, you know what I mean? And I think to always, ask that person, if possible, for a statement. But the other thing is this, right? Is that at the end of the day, we are not drama channels are, listen to the title, drama channels, okay? We are not the world investigators. We are not journalists of the world. We're not winning journalism degrees. Hell, we ain't even winning streamies, okay? So let's just be for real about this shit. The majority of us out there, the majority, okay? Now there are 2 or 3 that are receipt-based, fact-finding channels. I ain't that, okay? I'm a commentary channel. So when you're watching a video and you're making commentary on that video, do you need to always get a statement for that? Whatever, but if your commentary, if your emotions or your feelings or your response is based on personal bias or interactions or relationships you have with those people, then I think we need to start thinking about how it is really affecting what we're saying and what we're doing in videos. And I don't think this applies to 1 drama channel. I don't think this applies to 2 drama channels. I don't think this applies to 3 drama channels. I think this applies to all drama channels out there. I think all drama channels, if you watch any of us consistently, I think you know who we like, who we don't like. And I think that it's hard for all of us. And, that's not a good excuse. It's like we need to start thinking about that going forward, and It's definitely something that I've started to think about recently. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.